We think of Americans as stereotypes now. This is what we picture when we picture Americans. Hey man, where's Iceland? We picture fat, mentally ill lunatics with no sense of geography just going, are there burgers in Iceland? And it's wrong. I've been over there. They're fucking great, Americans. But, you know, we think they're funny because they're so passionate. We think that's funny as Australians. But if anything, we suffer from the opposite problem. We're too apathetic. That's why we did so well in COVID. Government was like, get in your house. We're like, yep, no worries, fine. Thank you. Stay there for a month. Yep, I'll be here a month. That's fine. Is it okay if I watch the cricket? No, that's fine. It's fine. I'm a scared little man. I don't know who I am. In America, they're like, you won't get me in my house. 5G's turning people into pedophiles.
Alright guys, stopping it there. That was an Australian comedian. I will put his name in the comment section or in the title of this video. I came across this on Instagram, and at first I was like, oh, he's bashing Americans, which is fine. People can bash America. I don't really care. A comedy, and no one's off limits. If you got your feelings hurt, then you're easily triggered, and that's not our problem. Anywho, but I like the whole thing. Like, the stereotype about Americans, I've heard a lot since I've been traveling. I've also heard that Americans are overly opinionated, and because I am opinionated, that's why I have a YouTube channel. I think it is American culture to be opinionated, outspoken. I think it's the whole like my freedom and freedom of speech and don't tread on me in America and all that culture. I mean, they're trying to beat that out of American culture by talking about hate speech and things you can't say in 1986 and shit. And is it 86 or 84? You know what I mean? Forced speech, crap like that. But there's some Western habits that I've probably fallen away since I've been living overseas for so long. But being opinionated and feeling like my opinion matters and speaking up and being pro, say what you think, that is still so bred into me, and that's something that I'm really happy that I've gained from American culture, actually. You know, I don't push my beliefs in other people's culture because I think that's wrong, but I think it gives me a more of appreciation. People might think because I don't live in the States that sometimes I hate the States. That's not true. I don't hate America, and I didn't leave because I hated America. I left because I just wanted to see the world. But it gave me more of appreciation because, like, when I do go to countries that don't have as much freedom, don't have as many equal rights, I'm glad that I grew up somewhere that did have it. So I'm aware that I should have it. That I'm aware that just because of my gender or my race or my sexuality or whatever, or my religion, my culture, doesn't mean that I should have a lack of freedom of speech or a lack of ideas or a lack of opportunities and stuff like that. It gives me a great appreciation that I do have that and I have a home country that I can go back to and get that. And I'm not saying that every country is like horribly oppressed and stuff like that. You know, the world is more evolved and progressive than people might think, but I have lived in cultures where there is a lack of freedom, and I've been in cultures where speaking your mind and being opinionated and freedom of speech is just not a thing, and you're looked at crazy when you say what you feel to say. I've never been afraid to speak up. And even amongst my friends and family, even if I think they're gonna hate me, I've literally almost lost family because I said my opinions. Thank God those bridges been mended and everything's fine. But, you know, the guns, we love our guns, we love our amendment, our rights and stuff like that. The right to bear arms and a right to protect ourselves and our family and our loved ones and our community. And I think there's probably other countries like Burma who wish they had that right, who was throwing rocks at soldiers while they're being shot down in the streets. The reason why we couldn't be locked up and caged up like some Australians, it wasn't all of Australia, but some Australians, is because we had guns and we were American and we were like, hell's no, and people spoke up. More people should have spoke up, but people spoke up and protested and were outraged. Sometimes the over opinionated and think everything you have to say on your mind is needs to be heard is annoying, but I would rather live in a country and in a culture that everybody has the right to be heard instead of their ideas being stifled. Fat and mentally ill, mental health is on a rise. Obesity is definitely on a rise in America. I mean, people say it's on a rise, it's risen, it's there. So some stereotypes are true. But I agree with the stereotype about Australians, and it's probably not all Australians, but sort of the passiveness. And that's not even just Australian culture. Like I said, the other cultures in the world practice sort of the passiveness as well, or the social conformity kind of thing. And I think it's human nature to want to socially conform, unfortunately. But when you have a culture that tells you your individual freedoms and rights are more important than socially conforming, then that's the social conformity that people lean to. Like, my individual rights matter, instead of this sort of tribalistic, the community over the individual rights sort of culture conformity. Yeah, anyway, I thought it was funny. I didn't mean to make his stand-up a bit more serious than it needed to be, but when I came across it, these are the thoughts that came to my head, and I thought I would speak them onto a camera and record it for you to hear. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. You can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the description box below, and you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye.
We think of Americans as stereotypes now. This is what we picture when we picture Americans. Hey man, where's Iceland? We picture...